So as you guys can see in this video, I'm walking around the near west side, and this is right over by the United Center, and the medical district is a little bit south of here. I had originally tried to record this live at the scene, but when I tried to head over to Randolph, it was blocked off. The scene where this incident that I'm going to talk about in this video took place was in the 2100 block of West Randolph. And that is the area. Just as a side note, this has nothing to do with, as far as I know, what happened to this young man. But it's a traveling vice lord neighborhood called, I think, Duke Mob, and I think they're T's. It's some type of vice lords, man. But this neighborhood is kind of an interesting neighborhood, man, because like I said, you got the medical district right there, and you got the United Center, and the proximity to downtown is very close. You've got heavily gentrified area just to the east of this, but then you go, I mean, just literally like one block into the west of this, and you're into gang territories. So it's kind of a very eclectic, mixed type of area. One of the first interviews that I ever did on this channel was not too far from here with a group of Four Corner Hustlers, the Woodblock Four Corner Hustlers, man. I don't know if you guys remember that, but anyways, this video is about a young man named Darian who was killed at that location, and this appears to have been completely random. Nobody knows what the reason could have possibly been for anybody wanting to kill this young man, because he didn't have anything going on. As far as anybody knows, was not a gang member, none of that. And not only that, but he was a very promising young athlete. He was 16 years old. He just turned 16, actually. But he had already made the varsity team over at Crane Medical Prep. Now, for people who don't know, on the west side of Chicago, if you're on the varsity team, even as a junior or senior of any of these high schools, that means you can hoop, okay? Because this area is like it's like a hub for basketball talent. It's in the culture. It's in, I mean, I don't know what it is, man. Like the United Center's right here, and you know, it's just a hub for basketball talent, man. Like some of the best players to ever play the game of basketball have come from this neighborhood. The movie Hoop Dreams, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. That's a classic. It was a documentary. Shout out to Arthur and William, man. I actually met William. He came to my high school and spoke when I was in high school. But Arthur Agee is from Garfield Park. He's from not too far to the west of this. And Crane was one of the high schools that played Marshall, the high school that he went to. And one of the high schools, I worked at both of these high schools as a substitute teacher. And I can tell you, man, that the hoopers over there they can really ball. So for this kid to be on the varsity team as a sophomore, which is what he was, showed that he had a lot of talent. He was very promising. Now, I have to admit, I never saw him play. But just knowing the level that these kids play at, I mean, I would sub for these gym classes at Marshall, and there'd be kids doing like dunk contest type windmills. I mean, just doing Harlem Globetrotter tricks with the ball. I mean, they had talent, man. So, anyways, somebody fired shots in his direction and killed him, and this was about 10 days ago. But I didn't have a chance to get over to the location until tonight. Now, I had tried to go to the exact spot. I can't show you guys the exact corner in this video, because when I had tried to walk over there was a group of guys hanging out right there, and I couldn't put the camera on them. So I stopped about a half a block away. I'll show you guys where it was, like about a half a block away. It's right behind this Montessori school. You can't get straight to Randolph off of Damon. You got to go down Washington and then head like a block back north. So that's what I was trying to do, and there was a group of guys like right there. So, you know, if I had put the camera right on them, that would have been like super awkward. So I didn't show the exact corner, unfortunately, man. But yeah, it is right over here. This is the neighborhood where it happened. So rest in peace to Darian, man. His mom was saying, you know, on the news that he was a special kid. She can't figure out why anybody would want to do this. His nickname was Cheese. They called him that because of the way that he smiled, and they said he was a very quiet, reserved kid. Now, for anybody just wanting to know about the high school, Crane specifically, you know, it's called Crane Medical Prep. I don't know if Crane has changed drastically since the last time I subbed to Crane was probably 2015. But I can tell you in 2015, it was just like any other Westside high school. Like it wasn't some type of special place or, you know, magnet charter school or anything like that. I know the name Crane Medical Prep kind of sounds like it's like a special school where, you know, your kid would, you know, be like immediately college bound if you got in and stuff. It wasn't like that when I was there. It was just like Marshall, Manly, all the other schools on the west side. As far as like academics and student behavior and gang presence and things of that nature, man. But as far as basketball, like I said, these West Side high schools, man, they got some serious talent out there. And, a lot of, you go inside the gym at Marshall, you see all the banners from like the state, uh, you know, various championships, regional championships and stuff that they've won. The girls team is outstanding over there too. Some piece of these young men, there's been a lot of promising hoopers that have been killed in Chicago, man, for one reason or another. It's just tragic, man. Like guys with talent, guys with brains, guys with all this stuff that they can use, and they get killed usually over something totally pointless. A lot of times it's crossfire, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. It may have been mistaken identity. Like I said, nobody knows what this what the possible reason could have been for this. But just so you know, this neighborhood, I wouldn't treat this like a sweet neighborhood. It's tempting to look at it that way because of the medical district and the UC right here. And, you can see downtown. It's literally right there. I had put the camera, a few times. You don't even have to zoom in that far. Downtown is like right there to the east of this, and Crane is right there too. But I would not treat this like a sweet area. It goes down, like there's BDs over here, Vice Lords, Four Corner Hustlers, is all that. And you do hear about the homicides and the shootings in the area. This one, obviously included. So, but you do have a lot of doctors, a lot of college students, because UIC is not too far to the south of this. So you have a lot of people, they're not obviously gang affiliated and not from the area, walking around here all the time. But I wouldn't, if you have to come through this area, I wouldn't venture off of Damon to the west. That's the only thing I can say. Malcolm X College is right here. That's a great college to go to if you're looking for like a nursing certificate and you don't want to spend a lot of money on a four-year college to go get a degree. There's plenty of jobs in nursing, and a lot of the fields they have over there, those certificates are worth every dime. And those associate's degrees, if you can get an LPN or something, I don't know if they still offer the LPN or anything over there, but you got to watch yourself at night. Like if you want to go west of Damon, I would stay on Damon. Stay by the UC, stay by the hospitals over there. There's a ton of cops over there by the hospital. It's like a police station practically. But yeah, don't go off to the west, because I've seen some stuff to the west of this. I've seen some stuff. I've been walking around numerous times, through this neighborhood for one reason or another, and to the west of Damon, you don't want to go there if you're not looking for that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, rest in peace to this young man. And if anybody has information, please come forward, because whoever killed him, he took out, or possibly even she took out a real rising hooping star. And apparently from what everybody says, a real special kid, man. Rest in peace to Darion. This is your boy Winnie City Report. I'm out.